So here I am, an 18-year-old private first class in the Marine Corps on board a ship for the first time in his life. And I had forgotten where I put my sea bag, so I started looking around. I just knew that it was way down deep in the ship and that it was stacked on a rack. I looked around, could not find it. It took me 3 days to find somebody that I knew that could tell me where I had put my sea bag with all my gear in it. They were carrying me as AWOL because they thought I had missed what's called missed a movement. They thought I'd stayed off the ship when I went off to visit with my mom and my brother. I finally convinced them that due to the fact that here we are in the middle of the ocean, I had not disappeared. And I just told them I couldn't find where I lived. I'd slept a couple of nights on deck, and to reward me for my brilliance of knowing where I was put on mess duty for the duration of the trip overseas, which was 33 days. I was put in what's called the scullery. That's where people come by and throw their trays in, and you scrape them and put them in a dishwasher and run them through. And the problem with mess duty is you've got to be there before anything starts, and you've got to be there after everything ends. So a lot of long hours. At one point we lost power in the middle of the ocean. All the lights went out, and I don't know why the generators didn't work, but we were in total darkness. And people kept coming through, and they would just throw their trays inside the scullery. So we had food all over the place. It really wasn't that pleasant a place to be. We stopped in Hawaii, and we thought we were deep in the middle of the Orient when we got to Hawaii. Everybody that was allowed to went off ship and was looking for Oriental restaurants so that we could have some real Oriental food. We stayed there one night, and then we sailed from Pearl Harbor on to Okinawa, where we stored our sea bags, stored everything that we wouldn't need in Vietnam, like dress uniforms and whatnot. We sailed out of Okinawa a couple of days later and sailed into the South China Sea and over to Da Nang. We pulled into the harbor there and got off on boats and went ashore, and they put us in what they called a staging area because we were all replacement Marines. We weren't with any particular unit. I'll tell you more about that a little bit later.